And I think we need to focus, like, what stands out is the fact that she was brought up in a Pentecostal household.
True.
So, from what I know of children who have grown up in that environment, it's a strict, and I do mean strict household.
Yeah.
That gave me some confirmation, or
Yeah.
not confirmation, well, basically, yes, some confirmation on why she was seeking out her journey and why the lie that she told was the punishment was so severe. He was not only Pentecostal, but was he not a preacher as well
Right.
of the church?
Yeah.
Right.
So not only did you lie, but you place shame upon the family and myself as your father, a pastor of a Pentecostal church.
Yeah.
That was some good points, lady. I can't lie. I was like when Toya was like, man, you know, I didn't see the severity. I was also in the same boat. Like, you know, like, is this really going to be this bad? I mean, because, you know, like as a 5-year-old, a hand pop is like, oh my God, you know. So I was like,
back in the 80s, yes. Today, no.
But see, I'm thinking of, like, I was an 80s, and I'm like, for real, I feel like my parents, my dad was not as strict in military. He was in military, it was strict, but it was my mama. So it was like, I just still feel like that particular was kind of like, okay, yeah, I probably would have gotten in trouble, but like, that wasn't really a big lie. So I was still shocked, like, yeah, I get it, but like, that wasn't such a huge, I guess, yeah. But maybe
it wasn't colossal.
Like Dan said, it's just better how you was right. Like, and then, but like she said, Pentecostal, like that was a thing for me when I was like, okay, like.
But you bring up no, thank you, Toya, for that point, because that makes sense. But I do have a quick question, because Debbie and Sheen, you made me think of something when, especially Debbie, I almost went blank for a minute when you were talking about how, you know, he was not only the father of, you know, this child that just lied, but he was the pastor, and you potentially brought shame into like this household. Like, do you think that, because it sounds like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but do you think that this preacher, this father, didn't really look at it as this child, you know, just kind of lied and it was whatever, but as like a reflection of him as a preacher? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
That's exactly where I thought
gotcha.
the severity of the punishment came from. Was the fact that it's not that she lied, and what she lied about is, you have now brought shame upon me as a pastor and as on the household.
That makes sense, right? Because his house is supposed to be in order.
Yes, his house is supposed to be in order,